The Richest Man in Babylon is one of the most influential books ever written on personal finance, with now over 2 million copies sold. A couple of days ago, I reviewed the 650-page book, Money Mastered the Game by Tony Robbins, and that can be found here. Today, I'll be sharing the insights from a book that is nearly 100 years old, but it's as relevant today than ever before. Welcome back, guys. Nathan here, and The Richest Man in Babylon is set 4,000 years ago in ancient Babylon, and it tells the story of two friends that grow up, but they find themselves with no money. They then meet up with an old school friend who had amassed a tremendous fortune. They meet back up later in life and they ask him how did he do it, and he then goes on to teach his 7 cures for a lean purse. If you find anything in this video useful, be sure to click that like button. That would be much appreciated, and every like does help. Okay, sit back and relax. Here are the 7 cures for a lean purse from The Richest Man in Babylon. The first cure: start thy purse to fattening.
For every 10 coins thou playest within thy purse, take out but use but 9. Thy purse will start to fatten at once, and its increasing weight will feel good in thy hand and bring satisfaction to thy soul.
So the first cure is start thy purse to fattening. And this was the book that first introduced the concept of paying yourself first. Even though your paycheck comes in and you've got lots of different things that need the money, you should always pay yourself first. And it's the concept of saving at least 10% of your income for saving and investment. This is where this concept comes from. It also gives the framework by percentage of what to do with your money. So it says 70% of your money will be used to live on, 20% will be used to pay off debts. So this is most likely mainly to do with your own property. And then 10% is what you save and use for investing. The second cure: control thy expenses.
Budget thy expenses, that thou mayest have coins to pay for thy necessities, to pay for thy enjoyments, and to gratify thy worthwhile, without spending more than 9/10 of thy earnings.
So this is all about controlling the flow of money. So every month you have money coming in and you have money going out. So it's being able to control thy expenses. And it also introduced the concept of living below your means, not trying to buy things that you really can't afford. One of the biggest traps that people fall into is as they make more money and as they get pay rises, they then buy nicer things. They buy nicer cars, nicer property, which sucks up all the expenses. So the best thing you can do is, as your income increases, try to keep your current standard of living the same as it is today. And that way you'll get a lot more excess money. And it's the excess money that you then will use to invest. So wealth building does require some sacrifices. The third cure: make thy gold multiply.
Put each coin to labouring, that it may reproduce its kind even as the flocks of the field, and help bring to thee income, a stream of wealth that shall flow constantly into thy purse.
So the next concept is about making your gold multiply, and it's time to invest. So most people will never become wealthy because they buy things that depreciate to zero. Things like cars, computers, phones, subscription services, when what you should be doing is using a portion of your money like money soldiers. So think of it as like you're sending these money soldiers out to work, and their job is to create more money soldiers and bring it back to you. So this is things like investing your money in stocks, property, bonds, gold, silver, land, all the different investments where your money is making more money. A great piece of advice is also to try to set up an automatic investment plan. So your money just leaves every single month and you don't have to actually do anything. The fourth cure: guard thy treasure from loss.
Every owner of gold is tempted by opportunities whereby it would seem he could make a large sums by its investment. The first sound principle of investment is security for thy principal. Secure the advice of those experienced in the profitable handling of gold.
So the next concept is guarding your money from loss. And this is really trying to avoid speculative investments or things like get-rich-quick schemes. It's great advice that you should always try to learn from successful people and investing what you know. A lot of the rich and successful people have a big obsession about protecting the downside and not losing your money. The fifth cure: make thy dwelling a profitable investment.
No man's family can fully enjoy life unless they do have a plot of ground wherein the children can play in the clean earth, a place he is proud to care for, and greatly will it reduce his cost of living. Own thy own home.
The next concept is basically buying your own property. And this is the debate of renting versus buying. So for most people, your own home is going to be one of the best investments you can make. Now, although people like Robert Kiyosaki teach that your house is not an asset, that is true, but your house is also a great investment. So where you live is going to be one of your biggest expenses. And the great thing about owning your own home is as you're paying down the mortgage every single year, your main expense will be constantly decreasing until you get to retirement. And then you're going to have a really nice place to live and it's going to be rent free. So this is why your own home is so important. The sixth cure: insure a future income.
It behooves a man to make preparation for suitable income in the days to come, when he is no longer young, and make preparations for his family should he be no longer with them.
Insuring a future income. So this is where the book was really ahead of its time. So 100 years ago, there was no insurance products, there was no pensions, yet they had the foresight to cover this. See, life is great and easy when you're young and you're fit and you're healthy and you've got loads of energy right now, but what about when you get older? See, this is the importance of pensions, and nowadays we have all these financial instruments that really help us. So a pension, life insurance, annuities, creating a will, and also a trust. So you can actually pass down your assets to future generations without having to go through probate and lose a lot of it to the government. And the seventh cure: increase thy ability to earn.
As a man perfecteth himself in his calling, even so doth his ability to earn increase. The more wisdom we know, the more we may earn. Cultivate thy powers to study and become wiser, to become more skillful.
And the final point is increasing your ability to earn. And I think in modern day terms, what this means is personal development. See, the more that you learn, the more that you can earn. It's always good to remember of how we actually get paid. We get paid to bring value to the marketplace. The more valuable you are, the more money you can make. And we do this by personal development, by reading, studying courses, and all that good stuff. How is it that someone from Disney can earn $1 million a year? And it's a simple fact that this person is so valuable that he's probably making Disney or any big company $10 million per year. So he justifies his expense. And he is simply bringing more value to the business than he is costing. So basically, become more valuable through knowledge.
These then are the 7 cures for a lean purse I do urge for all men who desire wealth. There is more gold in Babylon than thou dreamest of. There is abundance for all. Go forth and practice these truths that thou mayest prosper and grow wealthy. Go forth and teach these truths, that every subject may also share in the ample wealth of our beloved city.
So there you are, guys. Those were the 7 cures for a lean purse taught from the richest man in Babylon himself. Isn't it interesting that many of today's top personal finance gurus are still teaching these principles today? They really have stood up to the test of time. If you'd like to pick up a copy of The Richest Man in Babylon, I do have a link in Amazon below this video, and many thanks in advance for anyone who decides to use that link. If you found anything in this video useful, be sure to click that like button. It would be much appreciated, and every like does help. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to click that subscribe button. I do have some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. And tell me, what do you think about the richest man in Babylon? Let me know any questions, any comments in the comments section below the video. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and it's bye for now.